We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Yet we keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know.
This is very different to what I did over the Easter holidays. Now, I'm working at a different place for a start. At the university farm. There will be loads of different jobs to do. Every day will be different. But at the same time, I am getting myself qualified. Got myself PA2, sheep shearing, telehandler, hedge trimming, whilst I was working for the university farm. Anyway, most mornings I would start off working in the carbon shed at 8:30 in the morning. When I started, it was at the weaning time, so the pasture milk was at its end, so we were trying to get the calves to rely on the concentrate feed. Every morning we would feed the troughs and record how much they were eating and calculate roughly how much they were gaining during the day. Every Wednesday evening we'd weigh the calves to see how much gain they have during the week and see how much they did during the day. We would weigh them all and see how much they gained within a week, but near the end, on the 12-week period, they were too big for the weighing scale. That was the last 2 weeks of them being there. We didn't actually know the weight of them because they were too big for the weighing scale. Before they were sent off, which was a very sad moment, they had to be TB tested. There was about 80 calves in the calving shed. You can guess, there was a lot coming out of the back end. At the end of their period of being there, it would get really dirty really quickly. Most days we would bed up around the feed. Every now and then we would bed up the whole pen. But there was a day that we decided to clean out the whole barn, remove every single bed and start fresh with a new layer of straw. When they left the yard, it was a very sad day. We put them in a lorry, and whilst they were in the lorry, we weighed out the whole batch. And the whole weight average was 11,300 kilograms, which means an average of 141.25 kilogram per calf. This kind of does explain why some of them looked so beastly big. hopefully I will be heading over to the BPR centre to see them again. Some days it was easy, other days it was hard, as the calves are so tamed. As you guess, they will get hold of anything they can chew, lick, headbutt if they wanted to. It was really weird because lambing, they were afraid of you. Cattle, they wanted to be around you. Speaking of sheep, I did spend some time at the sheep shearing course, and also I spent some time with the sheep. In the sheep shearing course, we did have a competition to see how quickly you can shear a sheep. I did it in 5 minutes 24, which I was quite pleased with myself, until I looked up and saw my instructor finish 5 when I finished my 1. At other times, we did weigh the lambs, which did give me some flashbacks to my lambing experience up in Yorkshire. Every now and then, I would help out at Foss Hill, being the handyman if you want to describe it. My main job was to mow the sticking bull pitch, but every now and then there was an experiment going on which I would help out because I thought it was quite interesting. Now, moving to the arable side of things. As harvest comes late in the months July and August, there was a fair bit to do at the vineyard over the June period. Harry and I spent a fair bit at the vineyard. There was 40 rows we had to tuck in. At the start it took us about 40 minutes to each row. We finished off during 25 minutes plus per row together. We had to go to the vineyard for the second time, which was painfully slow because they were a lot bigger, and together it took us 3 hours to do 1 row. I don't know how it took us that long. When harvest came round the corner, I was grain carting, grain lifting and sitting on the combine, which was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Also, there was little jobs that has to be done around the farm. As a whole, it has been a fantastic experience. I started the farm with no qualification or ticket. Now, I have all the basic qualifications, PA1, PA2, sheep shearing, and all the rest I explained at the start of this video. So I loved it a lot.